Hello friends, it's Nancy from Astrology and Angel Medium today with another deck unboxing. Today I have the Moonology Messages Oracle by Yasmin Boland. Now she has also done other Moonology series decks. I thought this was an interesting one, so I decided to purchase it during the Hay House sale. And essentially this is I don't even know how many cards. Does it say? This one does not say, I don't think. 48 moon cards, and can just be, I'm assuming, kind of like an affirmation deck. So this is traditional kind of Hay House style. It's very snug because it's new. And so it says, call on Goddess Saraswati to guide your intuition. And I probably did not pronounce that right. So Saraswati, maybe. So nice little things inside, beautiful back, no edges or gilding on the edges. I think it would have been beautiful to have like a teal or even like a gold. So let's look at the guidebook. Now I have noticed sometimes the guidebooks will either have color or not. It looks like this one is probably not going to have any color in it. Typical guidebook, there's a welcome, and then talking about the deck, how the cards can help you, how to use the deck. There's also like advice on how to utilize the deck. So, and then we have the interpretation of the cards. I almost wish that this was in color, but a lot of information. I do like that there's additional meanings. There's about the symbols. It kind of helps you connect a little bit further with the cards, if that is something that you're looking for. So there's a little bit, it seems like there's a paragraph or so about the card meaning, and then some additional meanings with like just kind of almost like little sentences to kind of connect to. So there's a little bit of everything in here. I think that's very helpful, especially if you're trying to learn a little bit more. So the artist on this deck is Ali Vermilio. And then I don't know if it had anything about the author. So here's information on the author, Yasmin Boland. She's done a lot of these like kind of moonology things. So she has like a moonology book. She has like moonology different decks or whatever. So I think this is like the third I've seen of these kind of moonology decks. And I said I was going to get this stuff off, but I have not even opened these decks yet. I just took the plastic wrapping off and that's it. All right, so let's see what we have. I just thought the artwork was really beautiful. I didn't used to really like a lot of collage art, but for some reason it has just really been speaking to me the last couple of years. I feel like I've been very drawn to it, and I just loved, I don't know, something about this artwork where it just seemed very beautiful and fun. So we'll see how this deck does in my current collection. I do really love the Queen of the Moon Oracle, published from Rockpool and by Stacy DeMarco. That is one of my favorite like moon decks. It's also kind of collage style, but not so much like this where this feels more realistic. This almost reminds me of the Mystic Rebels Oracle by the Mahipsi or Zoe Greco. So I just think it's very much in like that same kind of sound. It also reminds me of the artwork from Amanda Lynn Aisling, I believe is her last name, who has also published the Inner Child Oracle on through Hay House. So if you like this kind of style, there's quite a few authors and artists that are using something like this. I just thought it was beautiful. So I'm really loving I don't know, I like these colors. I like the graphic of it. I like how they're using like the shape, but then there's like stars inside instead of like, and even here you can see little stars. So and I think this is the card that I was like, oh, I love this. I saw that card and I was like, oh, I think I need that one. I was like, that's a beautiful card. This is beautiful too. I think I have a thing for like these little, like almost like a doorway, a pathway or something. I tend to be very drawn to cards like that. It feels like you're kind of walking through something. Stay in your integrity. This is fun. Now, do I think that this will be a good deck to just kind of utilize on its own to do a full reading? Probably not. I like to kind of add in all sorts of different decks as I'm doing readings. I kind of blend a little bit of everything. I'll use several decks whenever I am doing a reading, besides like utilizing mostly a tarot deck to kind of like connect to for the main messages. But then I like to kind of add in like a bunch of different oracles and affirmation decks and other decks like that to kind of get a little bit of clarity. Sometimes Lenormand or Kipper style are fun too, to just kind of add another layer. So I think this will be fun. Given that this is more of a messages oracle, I think that it can be good for using it as a full deck. We'll see. So we'll see how that kind of works. These seem like it's a thicker cardstock than some of the other decks that I purchased at the same time. They had a 50% off sale, so I purchased a couple of decks. Some are newer decks that I haven't really seen too much of, and then some were older decks that I've been wanting to add. And I'll be doing deck unboxings for those guys too, so you guys can check those out. But as you can see, they shuffle really well. I have small hands. It's traditional oracle size. It's not super thin, but it's not super thick and kind of bendy. And it's a matte kind of finish, which I think is nice for taking pictures and using for like this kind of purpose of like putting on video or whatever, because then there's not a lot of glare to kind of keep you from being able to see the cards. But I will say, as someone that like uses a lot of like oils and lotions, I feel like then my handprints just kind of end up all over my cards. So let's pull a couple of messages and see what we have here. We have take a breath. I think all of us are kind of feeling that, right? The past. I told you, I like those little doorways. They're cute. And then seek healing. So I think this is kind of an interesting message to receive, especially as we are in the middle of Mercury retrograde. So let me know what you guys think of this deck. Do you like using moon-centric decks? Have you used other decks from Yasmin, Boland, and how do you feel about it? So I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, take care, stay safe, and make good choices. Bye.